guys, it's Vixella, and today we are doing another speed build. Another one, I know, I have been a little obsessed lately, but I cannot stop. I cannot bring myself to stop. I will not stop. So for this build, I was completely, I just went in there with, a clean slate, no ideas, just wanted to do something totally random, but I ended up loving this house so much. But what I ended up doing, actually, was not loving this house so much and kind of leaving it behind. So I built this a while ago and stopped because I was like, I'm not really feeling it. I don't know how I feel about this. And so I just ended up leaving it kind of just on my game. It was just kind of sitting there. And then I went back a couple days later, maybe a week later. I mean, it's been there for a while. And I looked at it again and I was like, you know what though? I really like this. Why did I not finish it? I ended up really liking it and was very confused as to why I wouldn't finish it. So I already had I had almost the entire outside done except for it was half of the landscaping was done. So I just went ahead and finished it. And I really liked the way that it came out. So I was very confused with myself as to why I wouldn't finish it. So yeah, that's a random little fact right there. But anyways, I did finish it, obviously, and I really love the way that it came out. I love this house. It's one of my favorites that I've built so far. It is, I don't even know what you would call the style of this house. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I have no clue what kind of house this is, but I like it, so that's cool. That's all that matters, I guess, in the end. But yeah, so the inside of it, you guys know I've been trying to work on my interiors, but if I had to rate the inside of this house, what would I rate it? I've been rating everything lately. Have you noticed that? If you've been watching my videos, I'm gonna rate this, whatever out of 10, just because I want to. But, let me see, if I could rate the inside of this house, I think I'd give it, maybe, I was gonna say a 6. I give everything a 6 out of 10, too, whenever I rate these random things. 6 out of 10. But, I think, if I had to give myself any criticism, or I guess it was just because I was finding it kind of complicated when I was building on the inside, was that there were almost too many windows. And I know that sounds a little crazy because I like windows. I think, the more the merrier, bring it on. But it just, when I was doing the inside, I kept running into obstacles of what I was gonna do here because there were too many windows in the way. Specifically the kitchen. The kitchen is a very, very weird room because instead of using walls, I used half walls. And I thought it was very different, which I liked, but I'm wondering how it will be received because I ended up thinking it was okay because at first I was like, what in the world have I done? What am I doing? And then by the end I was like, you know what, this is not bad. This isn't bad. I can live with this. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. So I'll let you guys decide because the dining room and the kitchen are in the same room, but I used that new divider object. It's literally called a divider. What is it from? I think, is it from Get Together, I think? I'm not sure, but I've never used it, I don't think, or maybe I used it once, I don't know, but I used it in this case, and it actually worked very, very nicely to kind of separate the two rooms, so that was nice, and yeah, but a very, very weird spot. I should probably, do a house where I think the inside grew a little before I do the outside, because I typically don't really focus on how the inside's gonna look until I'm done completely with the exterior and, don't want to modify it whatsoever. So, by the time I'm done, I have not thought about the inside at all. So once I get in there, I'm like, what am I gonna do now? But, I'll figure it out. You just gotta go with the flow. Got some bay windows there, because I'm obsessed. And, yeah, just putting a bunch of, what would you call those? Oh, I don't know, because it's I think they look kind of mossy almost, which I think does look pretty on houses. Unfortunately, we don't have too many houses over here that look like that have the kind of grassy feel on the actual house. I cannot, like, think of any, or at least for me personally, that I've, like, either lived in or seen, like, in a neighborhood. Like, it's just not very common. I don't know. Maybe I have, but I live in Texas, so, I mean, I don't know what to expect over here. There's a lot of weird things. But, yeah, I haven't seen any houses like that, and I would love to, because I think they would be gorgeous, but I don't know. I don't know where to look. If you know of any houses like that in Texas, let me know. Or any neighborhoods that look like that, let me know. I'll Google it. I really want to know. But anyways, in you hoozles, there are a lot of you guys that live in Texas. Like, more than I had assumed. Because I was like, I remember whenever I first started YouTube, there was so many people from Texas. Like, so many people from Texas. And I was like, what the heck? Like, what? Like, I was so shocked. And I can see, like, whenever I go check, there's, like, you know, graphs and stats and stuff that you can check for your YouTube channel on YouTube every day. It's your analytics. But I always check mine just to, like, see where people watch things, like, but I always like to see where people are in the world. It's very, very interesting. Because you can see, like, very specifically where they are. You can't see who they are, like, it doesn't show you a name, but it just shows you, like, a percentage of people who watch your videos in this, like, specific location. So I think I can even get down to, like, or I don't know, I haven't checked it in a while, but I used to be able to get down, like, specifically to almost, like, the specific neighborhood they were in their country, in their city, you know, and it's very, very interesting, because then I'll go and, like, look up the like, city and see what it's like. I don't know, I just really like checking out new places that I've never heard of before. Very interesting. So, I always think that's pretty cool, but there have been people that watch my, videos that live, like, down the street, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, I would never think that. I would never think that. Well, they live down the street when I used to live with my mom, but now I live somewhere else, so, I don't know now. Maybe I should check. I wonder if there's anyone near me. Interesting. But I always think about that. I'm like, I wonder if people live, like, really close, like, if they go to the same grocery store as me or something. I think that would be kind of interesting. So yeah, it sounds a little stalkerish, I'm not gonna lie, but I promise you, it's all in good fun. That still sounds a little sketchy sketch. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm not a stalker, okay? Sometimes I go and stalk your Instagrams, but that's okay. That's okay. Anyways. Right here, I really liked this little spot because I had planned this part out right here. Because I wanted to put a fireplace right there. So I made this, like, little indention. Oh, I have to yawn. Oh, la la. I just woke up, so I'm like all yawny. But I put that little section right there specifically for a fireplace. And I'm pretty sure I put a window there, but ended up having to remove it once I got to the inside because I couldn't put, I wanted a fireplace, and then on top of that fireplace I wanted, like, a really big plasma, like, TV, plasma screen. And, because I just think that's so fancy. Like, if I had a fireplace, like a nice fireplace, and then had a plasma screen TV above it, like, what else would I need? What else would I need? I don't even watch TV, but I would just like the fact that it was there. Like, it would just bring me some kind of comfort, or, like, make me feel like I was successful or something. I don't know. But it would just look super nice. I don't actually watch TV at all. Like, at all. Like, everything that I'll watch will either be online, YouTube, you know, I don't really find myself watching TV that much. But then again, it might just be because I don't really, like, venture off into my living room here. Because it's very crammed, and I just don't really like, I don't really like the environment of it too much, so I kind of just stick to my bedroom. I'm a little hermit in my bedroom, but that's okay. I like being a hermit. Do you guys like being hermits, or do you like going out places? Because I like being a hermit. Like, my mom likes being a hermit, I like being a hermit. I'm definitely more of a hermit than she is, though. Like, she'll actually go out and do stuff, and I'm like, nah, I think I'm just gonna stay home forever. I like it, guys. I like just sitting in my PJs and just chilling and working on YouTube stuff. It's my favorite thing, so that's typically what I do in my day. I'm pretty boring. Like, most of the time, I will have to be starving before I go to the grocery store. That's terrible, I know, but I actually just loathe grocery shopping. Like, does anybody else hate it? I just hate grocery shopping. It's my least favorite adult thing to do. Because, like, when I lived with my mom, obviously, like, well, I don't know if this is, like, the case for everybody, but we would, my stepdad would actually go and do the grocery shopping. Like, he would go and do it, and he would have, like, a list of things while we like, did stuff at home, but he was always the one that, like, wanted to go grocery shopping. I don't know if maybe he, like, thought it was therapeutic to just get out of the house and go do something like what would you call that? Like something steady? Like, it's like boring, right? It's just, for me it is. So he would just go and do it, but he wanted to do it, so I'm like, okay, if you want to. But I typically avoid the grocery store as much as humanly possible. Is that bad? That's probably not good, huh? Like, I will literally be starving, and then I'm like, guess I should go grocery shopping, because I don't have any food. It's not good. I don't know how to adult. Don't take any kind of examples of adulting from me, because you'll starve. So, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Anyways, here's my life advice. Go to the grocery store, because you need food. And then if you're me, you know, you'll just starve yourself because you don't want to go. But don't starve yourself, it's not good. I'm just kidding, I won't actually starve myself, but, like, I will go out of my way to, like, avoid it. So, like, I'll go to the gas station and get a snack, rather than go to the grocery store and get, like, actual groceries. It's so bad, guys. I am failing hardcore at being an adult, like, hardcore failing. I am not set out for this. So, yeah, anyways, you can see the house is kind of coming along now. I really love the landscaping of this one. I think it's very pretty. I love those orange flowers mixed in. I don't know, I tend to stick to just, like, white flowers because I just think they look really, really pretty. Like, even in real life, I think white flowers are they're just really pretty. I don't know, I just love them. But, I was like, okay, let me try to, like, throw some color in there. So I threw in the little orange flowers, you can see over there in, like, the corner, and I love them. I love them, and I'm yawning. Okay, gotta stop yawning. Oh, and the hedges have made a reappearance. Are you even surprised? Cause I am not. You guys are so funny whenever you talk about me and hedges. I laugh every time. Oh, and then there's that weird, like, fence glitch. Like, with the gates, sometimes it makes the fence, like, disappear. Like, it's technically still there, but you can't see it. And, like, if you just move the gate over the, like, fence, it vanishes, and then you can, like, never place a fence there again, because it will just be invisible. It's the weirdest thing, weirdest glitch ever. I find that if I close my game, and then, you know, just, like, close it and then reopen it, it goes away. But for this one, I was like, you know what? I just don't want to go through that hassle. Why are you yawning again? Too many yawns. Oh, Lord. I got enough sleep, you know? Why am I yawning? Oh, and then here I tried to go fancy with the pool, right? But then I ended up just making it, I think, normal. Or just, I always use, like, the darker, flooring and darker wallpapers because I like it to look like, I don't know, I like the way that looks when it's darker. Like, when it makes the water look darker, and I don't know, I just think that looks, I don't know if I think it looks fancy or if it looks, like, mysterious. No, I don't know what I think, but here I was trying to make, like, a little section because I wanted to put a grill in, but I wanted it to have, like, a little spot where it was sitting on, like, some stone, but I was having a really difficult time trying to figure out what I wanted to do exactly, and I ended up putting just this little thing of stone in the corner, and I can't remember whether or not I put, like, a pathway. Oh my god. Oh, yawning again. Someone help me. But I put this little spot right here, which I loved. I thought it was cute. I thought that looked like a mustache, so I had to kind of fix it a little bit. So I ended up doing that. But I think I put a pathway going to the door. I hope I did, because that's what I wanted to do. And I spent a pretty good amount of time doing that too. You'll see in a minute. I think I did the pathway like 400 times in a row because I wanted it to be perfect. And then there I'm working on another build currently, which I have rocks that it's like a sequence of like the gray rock, and then it's blue, and then it's like that light red, and then it'll be like the blue, and then the silver, and the blue. It's like a weird like combination I did, and I tried to do it here too on those rocks, but it ended up looking like way too patriotic. It was like red, white, and blue. It looked like it was just kind of patriotic. But do you see how many times I did this? Look at that. That is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. So finally I was like, oh my god, I just gotta settle for something. And then I ended up putting like a giant bush, like where that little indentation is over the little curve. Yeah, you'll see it right here. This is where I put it in there. Some more orange flowers, and I made that bush huge, and just because it fit in there perfectly. So I was like, okay. And then I really like when I'll fade the pathway out so it doesn't end like really sharply. It'll kind of just gradually fade out. So I think that looks really pretty. I don't know how you would do that in real life, but I think it looks great on The Sims. So that's what I always do. And then I put some flowers. The little yellow flower terrain paint is like, I love that. That's like my favorite one. I put a bunch of little bushes around that one. And I used the black rocks, which I don't think I've used before. I love them. I think they look really, really cool. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody have those like in real life in their house, but I think that would be awesome. Like, it just looks so different. I don't know. I love it. I love the way it looks. But anyways, just like completely filling in spots with different things. Did I leave those trees there? I did! I love those trees. I always try to use them, but then I can never find a spot where I think it looks like it like fits in. But that looks so cute. I love those little trees with they've got the little like balls on the top. I think they look so cute. I love them, and I always try to use them, but I always flop. I flop all over the place. But yeah, adding in some trees, and I think that's pretty much it for the landscape. I think that pretty much does it. I think we'll be moving on to the inside in just a second. But yeah, I really like the backyard. Is super cute. Super, super landscapey. I love people's backyards that look like that. Like, I just think they look gorgeous. But unfortunately, like, it's so difficult for me to go out and actually, like, enjoy those kind of yards because I'm allergic to grass. So, you know, I'll walk outside and I'll just die. Well, not really, but I'll start sneezing and coughing and choking. So it's not typically a super fun time, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Grass is everywhere, but it's kind of bad if I'm like outside for a little bit. I'll like start sneezing and coughing and stuff. But if I was to like roll around in the grass, like God, whoa, Lord help me, I don't know what would happen. Nothing too bad has ever happened. I'm not like typically going out and just rolling around in grass just to see what would happen. But yeah, I'm aware. But I do take allergy medicine, so I try. But I mean, I don't know, what can I do? There's grass everywhere, man. There's grass everywhere. But here's the kitchen, by the way. Here's what I was talking about with the half walls. I went ahead and just did the wallpaper and everything because it took me too long. It always takes me way too long. Like, I was like, if I was to record this video would be insanely long. Like, way too long for anybody's attention span. Like, it would be ridiculous. But here, I like kind of stretched it out. I wanted a little bit more counter space. And I love it. I think it looks super, super cute. I was trying to figure out a way to kind of separate it, but you'll see what I mean with the little divider in a minute. I think it came out okay. And here I put those little tea bags in the corner, and then I put a little tea maker. It all goes together. Oh, it's so cute. I've always wanted to use this little, like, that little tea bag holder right there, because I think it's super cute, and it's really colorful, but then I wanted to put the, like, actual tea brewer machine there. Because it just makes sense. Like, you would have tea bags next to the tea machine. The tea machine? That sounds kind of weird. Tea machine. But anyways, here's the little dining room. It's very, very cute. I have those little plates on the wall, and I think you'll see the divider come in, like, right about now. This is when I tried to, like, figure out what I'm gonna do. I can't stop yawning! It's driving me nuts. But yeah, there's the divider right there. I love it! I think it's so cute, and I was trying to find something to fill in that space. I ended up putting, like, quote-unquote clutter right there. Because, I don't know, I thought it was, like, I was like, what would you see in a kitchen? Like, typically, like, what would you see right there? And I was like, I guess you could see, like, some like, storagey things? I don't know. I was just trying to make it look a little more, like, lived in. So I always like to put, like, a little bit of clutter in there. I was trying to put one of those new rugs. Oh, yeah, and I started making this before the movie Hangout Stuff Pack came out. And then I did the inside once it had come out. So you'll see a couple of objects from that stuff pack in here. I really love it. I love them all, but it doesn't really fit in too much with the theme of this house. I wanted to make a house themed around it because it's just the objects are so cute. But I don't think I've gotten around to that quite yet. I tried the other day, but I ended up not liking it very much. So it was a smaller house. I was gonna make like a starter house, but then I was like, nah. It was like a little too small for me, I think. So I was like, nah, I think I'll probably make something a little bit bigger. But yeah, so I wanted to use that coffee table super bad. The one that comes in the stuff pack. It's like got a mirror on top of it, and it's like actually reflective. So anything you put on top of it reflects like onto the table. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. But oh, here's where my my window had to be destroyed because I wanted my TV there. And yeah, I tried not to clutter up that fireplace too much because I thought it looked very cute. Oh, and those look at those little seats. Those came from the new stuff pack as well, and I'm absolutely 100% obsessed with them. They are the cutest little things. I've wanted one of those in my like actual real life for some time now. They kind of look like fancy beanbag chairs. That's like kind of what they look like, but those are like I've seen them before. But like at some, you know, very fancy places, and I'm like, okay, can't afford that. So I have to find some cheap versions. Like maybe Target could hit me up with some cool ones if they want to come out with some. Target, I love Target so much. Oh god, if I could just spend my entire existence inside of Target, I would. But unfortunately, the Target that I used to go to, I have moved not super far away from, but it's like kind of out of the way. So I'm like, I can't really go to Target anymore. It makes me so sad. So every time my mom's like, hey, do you want to go to Target? I'm like, do I ever? Take me, please. But anyways, that is the living room, and here is just like behind the stairs, have a little seating area. Here's where those bay windows are. I kind of separated it from the living room. Put some bookshelves and like another little, just another little like reading spot. Like there's no chairs in there though, I don't think. But I like what I did with the rug. It's like that semicircle rug. But it really matches the shape of the bay window, so I was kind of really excited about that. Like I got really excited. You guys don't even know how excited I got for a rug. And here is like a little downstairs study area. It's just got like a computer and some bookshelves, and I thought it was necessary for like, I always think a downstairs study is really nice to have, so you don't have to like, well, I mean, if you have a big family, I think it is. Like for me, if it's just me, like obviously I could just have an office for myself, you know, I don't like typically need another downstairs study or something. But I think for big families, it's definitely nice. Like I think if you, especially if you have to like share, you know, like people can have them in their bedrooms, but I know a lot of parents don't typically like doing that. For me, it was always okay, I think. I think my mom was alright with that. For anything to keep me at home, my mom was like, always like, stay at home with me. So I was like, okay. But I think some parents don't really like that. I know like with my little brother, they never let him have, a computer in his room because, you know, they would never see him or anything like that. But he grew up on the other side of my family, so he's my half brother, so he's on the other side of my family. But yeah, pretty sure they didn't like that. But I'm pretty sure he had a computer in his room anyways. But I think they didn't like it. I think they caved, but I don't think they liked it. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Man, we just like our technology. But yeah, okay, so anyways, thinking about like me as a kid and then thinking about me as a kid with technology, all I can think of is carrying around like a Game Boy. Oh, the times I had with my Game Boy. We were the best buddies, man. The best buddies. I love it. My favorite game I used to play on my Game Boy was, I had this Tom and Jerry game. Like, that's really taking it back. Tom and Jerry. Do you guys know what Tom and Jerry is? Do they still play that? I don't know. I don't really watch TV, so I don't know if they still play Tom and Jerry, but if you don't know, it was a little cartoon about a cat and a mouse who didn't like each other. And, I had a game, and it was, like, the weirdest thing. I don't know. Like, the game, it kind of freaked me out. Like, when I was a kid, games used to scare me so easily. Like, Tom and Jerry. Seriously, yeah, Tom and Jerry used to scare me, the game. And oh my god, if you really want to talk about a game that scared me, let me tell you about the thing that just surfaced all my nightmares as a child. I had this game, I think it was for PlayStation 1. Was it PlayStation 2 or 1? I think it was PlayStation 1. It was really old. It was a Rugrats game. Rugrats, okay? Rugrats, a cartoon about babies. It was so freaking scary. The music and like the graphics of it spooked me so bad when I was a kid. I couldn't even play it. I had to have my stepdad finish it for me, and it was like the scariest thing in the world. But when you finished the game, you got to play as Reptar, which was like this giant dinosaur, and destroy the city, and it was so much fun. But then I forgot to save it, so I never got to do it again. Oh, the stress that comes from that game. I have told so many people about that game, like in my life. I'm like, hey, do you guys know what scarred me for life as a child? This Rugrats game scared the pants off me. Like, I could not bring myself to play it. It was the scariest thing in the world. Isn't that funny? I don't know. I just easily spooked by things when I was a kid. Easily spooked. But I would play, like, Tomb Raider and be fine. Like, there was one of the games where, like, it was right in the beginning. You'd play and there would be, like, these tigers following you and you have to, like, not get killed by the tigers. I don't know. It was very, very spooky. It spooked me, but I still played it. But I loved playing my Spider-Man games. Those were always my favorite ones. And Venom was my favorite person. You guys know what Venom looks like? He's a spooky, spooky villain. But anyways, now that I've talked about video games for this entire thing, here is the house completed. I hope you enjoyed the pictures and the house, and it is on the gallery now, and my origin ID is just Vixella. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a lovely day, and I will speak to you all very, very soon. Bye guys!